Every Sunday morning I head out to one of the local car boot sales. I'm very fortunate in this respect because within 10 miles of where I live there is about 4 good car boots. Depends of course on the weather. If it's throwing it down it's not worth going out in the morning. I only get there about 10 o'clock. I don't believe in getting there at 5 o'clock and scrabbling with all the rest of them, trying to find myself a Minton or a nice bit of Sport, something like that. That doesn't bother me. What I'm looking for is old tools, especially old chisels. The reason I get there late is because people are ready for going home and they're usually willing to sell the stuff quite cheap. I look underneath the tables, in all the old boxes, and especially in them boxes that have got nothing but a heap of rusty old tools, because very often you find in amongst that lot a nice little gem. I'll show you some of the chisels that I've got, and when I actually got them they was all quite rusty, but I'll show them you anyway, and then I'll explain what they are and a bit of the history of them. These are the chisels that I've got left. These I actually have kept for my own use. I probably got rid of about 3 or 4 times this amount on a well-known internet auction site. The reason I've kept these are they're a good quality chisel and it's a good spectrum, a good collection of all the makes, all the Sheffield makes. Not all of them, I mean there's hundreds, but them that I have actually found. There's Marples. These was established in 1828. I think they was at the Iberian Works. There's Perm Tree, made by the Mahmood brothers, sorry. I think they call them Maywoods now. You've got Swifts of Sheffield. You've got Charles Taylor. This one here is made by a company. Oh no, that one is Marples as well. This one, Colquhoun and Cadman. Now that one, believe it or not, is made by a company that used to make medical kits, amputation kits, doctor's kits. I believe some of them were supplied to the American Union Army during the Civil War in America. I have seen some of them, some of the bits and pieces advertised on the same auction site. When you're looking for these, don't be put off by appearances. Some of them, like this one, when I got it, the blade was covered in about 1/8 of an inch of paint and varnish, and there was like a black covering on it. I think it might have been pitch. Good thing in a way, because it actually protected the steel. I just meant cleaning up, and it's come up practically as new. That one is a Marples. The thing that attracted me to it was the fact that it had a good quality wooden handle, close grained hardwood with a brass ferrule, and it's the brass ferrule that is actually a sign of quality. Most of these chisels that I've got are over 50 years old. There's a couple that's well over 100 years old. The most I've ever paid for a chisel was this one. It's a modern one. It was a CK, but I needed a good broad chisel, so I had to buy that. That was £2. It nearly broke my heart. Anyway, the rest of these here I've got for between 50p and 75p. This one I got for 10p because it didn't have an angle. I've actually made that angle. But it is a beautiful little chisel, so that's the reason I made it up. The ones that I've got the most money for are these wood carving gauges. Oh, sorry, gouges. Gauges? No, the gouges. Yeah, I've kept 5 of them, going down to a very, very small one. I do use them occasionally, not very often, I've got to be honest. These are used practically, if not every day, every other day. I bought this the other day, 2 weeks ago. It's a Raybone Chesterman combination square. I paid 50p for it. It was very, very rusty. The blade was okay, but the actual unit itself was very, very rusty. I've sandblasted it off and painted it, and it's come out quite well. For 50p, it's a good, accurate little square. If you get any that are really badly rusted, there's an American called Ask Woodman. He does some quite good tutorials, and he does a tutorial on bringing these chisels back from the dead. He uses an upside down belt sander. I think it's in a vice, and he just uses that. But anyway, if you have a look at him, he does a good job on them. At the end of the video, what I'll try and do, if I can get my macro lens to work on my camera, I'll take some photographs of all of these trademarks, these impressed marks, and I'll put some photographs on at the end of it, then at least you can recognise them when you see them. A lot of people probably know about them anyway, but I've had a look on YouTube to see if there's any old chisels being described, and I can't find anything, so I thought I'd put this one on. I'm not really bothered about people going out and competing with me anymore now, because I just don't do it myself. I've got enough, and to be honest with you, I'm turning into a bit of an order. So happy hunting. I hope you find some. Oh, by the way, when you're looking for them, if you have a look underneath that, as I said earlier on, look underneath that bench, look for the rusty tools, and you will find the little gems. Okay, thank you. Happy hunting. I hope you find something. Bye.
Any old iron, any old iron, any old iron. You look neat, talk about a treat. You look napper from your dabby to your feet. Dressed in style, brand new tile, and your father's old green tie on. I wouldn't give you something for your old watch chain, old iron, old iron. Whew. Just a week or two ago, my poor Uncle Bill went and kicked the bucket and he left me in his will. The other day I popped around to see poor Auntie Jane. She said, your Uncle Bill has left you a watch and chain. I put it on right across my vest. Thought I looked dandy as it dangled on my chest. Just to flash it off, I started walking around about. A lot of kiddies followed me and all began to shout, any old iron, mate, any old iron, any old iron. You look neat to talk about a treat. You look dapper from your napper to your feet. You're dressed in style with a brand new tile in your papa's old green tie on. I wouldn't give you something for your old watch chain. Old iron, old iron. And now, Fred Spoons would like to give you a solo. Oh, Fred.
Well, I'd like to continue the rhythmic melody what you just heard on my melody spoons. Thank you.